Welcome to Mergery. Mergery is a simple Google Sheets add-on that allows you to do three things with the data in a Google Sheet. Create personalized draft emails from an existing Gmail draft, create personalized PDF documents from an existing Google Doc, or create a PDF label file. The first row of the Google Sheet is a set of tags that identify the columns. In this example, there are 4 columns that provide data on a person. First name, last name, email address, and physical address. Mergery uses that information to create personalized emails using an existing Gmail draft as a template. The tags in the Gmail draft match the tags in the first row of the Google Sheet. A new Gmail draft is created for each row of data in the Google Sheet. The existing Gmail draft is not changed in any way. Use the Mergery add-on to perform these actions. Open the Mergery dialog box by clicking on the Open Merge Dialog button. The user can then select the draft that they want to use as a template. Using the Previous and Next buttons, you can preview the emails that will be created. The second thing that you can do is create PDF documents from an existing Google Doc. The Google Doc to be used as a template is specified in the Doc URL column. The Google Doc has tags that indicate where the data from the Google Sheet will be inserted. The PDF name column specifies the name of the PDF file that will be created. The existing Google Doc is not changed in any way. The personalized PDF file can be attached to the personalized email using the special Attach tag. You can specify the document URL and the PDF name directly in the Attach tag, but in this example, the Attach tag refers to columns in the Google Sheet. The Mergery dialog box controls all aspects of merging. You have 3 options in the Email section. The first button will create the customized PDF attachments and save the files to your Google Drive. No emails are prepared. The second button will create the customized PDF attachments and attach them to new personalized Gmail drafts. The emails are not sent. The third button will create the customized PDF attachments, attach them to new personalized Gmail drafts, and send the emails. The second section of the dialog box allows you to create personalized PDF documents. The PDF documents will be saved on your Google Drive. Here is an example of a PDF file that was created and saved on your Google Drive. The third section of the dialog box is used to create a PDF label file from the data in the Label column. You can specify the type of label, the starting label, and the font size. The PDF file is saved on your Google Drive. Through all of these actions, the Google Sheet was not modified at all. There was a hidden sheet created, but the existing sheets were not modified. The existing Gmail draft was used as a template, but it was not modified at all. The existing Google Doc was used as a template, but it was not modified at all. The 3 sections of the dialog box may not always be shown. It is based on the tags present in the Google Sheet. In this example, the To tag has been renamed To-X, and since a To tag is mandatory for creating a draft email, the email section of the dialog box is not shown. The Label tag has been renamed Label-X, and since a label tag is mandatory for creating labels, the label section of the dialog box is not shown. In order to show the doc section of the dialog box, there must be both doc URL and PDF name tags. They both exist in this case, so the doc section is shown. We will now discuss a few more advanced topics. By default, each row of data will create an email draft, a PDF document, and/or a label. You can optionally add a select column to have greater control over which rows will be used. If a select column exists, only rows with a yes in the select column will be merged. You can use formulas in the select column to control the selection based on data in other columns. For example, only select rows that have an email address in the To column. Only some of the rows and columns are used by Mergery. The other rows and columns can be used for anything that you like. The tags must be in the first frozen row, but any other frozen row can be used for anything. Columns that do not have tags can be used for anything. The unfrozen rows provide the merge data. If you have a select column, any rows that are not selected can be used for anything. This flexibility should make it easy to use Mergery with your existing Google Sheets. For sending emails, you can also specify CCs and BCCs. If you add email addresses to the draft email, to CC and/or BCC, every email will be sent to those recipients in addition to the personalized recipients from the Google Sheet. If you add attachments to the draft email, those attachments will be sent to all recipients, in addition to any personalized attachments that you specified with an attach tag. There are two ways to specify attachments. As shown in the second and third attach tag, you can specify the doc URL and PDF name directly in the attach tag. The advantage of this approach is that you can add multiple attachments to the email. As shown in the first attach tag, you can specify the doc URL and PDF name by referring to columns in the Google Sheet. The advantage of this approach is that the Google Sheet could specify a different doc URL and/or PDF name for each row. When previewing emails, you can click on the attachment to see a preview of the PDF that will be created. It will take a few moments for the PDF to be created. Once it is ready, a View PDF button will appear. That was an overview of Mergery. Thank you for your interest.